My child, do not scroll past this. I speak to you now because the moment is urgent, the weight of this word cannot be delayed. This is not a joke. The very seconds of your life are tied to this warning, and the walls of the unseen are closing in faster than you realize. There is a bank account, running under your name. It has been moving silently, like a shadow in the night, and all its funds, the streams of money, energy, and resources that carry your identity, are transferring into another hand. This is not only about currency, not only about numbers on a ledger. It is about ownership. It is about access. It is about the authority tied to your name. You feel it, don't you? The strange unrest that has been hovering over you the past few days. Last week, you caught yourself worrying about things you couldn't quite explain. Yesterday, you felt the nudge, a whisper that something was not safe. And this morning, as your eyes opened, you wondered why your spirit felt so heavy. It was not random. That was me alerting you. I tell you plainly, someone has crafted a vessel with your name engraved upon it. They pretend it belongs to you, but it was never yours. It was designed to drain you, to make you believe you are powerless, to strip your life of what I have promised. Every deposit, every transfer, every hidden exchange in this account is a transaction meant to weaken your inheritance. You did not see it before because deception covered your eyes. Fear kept you silent. Distraction made you look the other way. They wanted you busy, so you would not question what was happening beneath your feet. And while you laughed, while you wept, while you worked, the draining continued. The account kept moving. The name, your name, was being traded in secret rooms you never entered. If you ignore this, the consequences will not be small. What is being drained will reach zero. But worse than that, when the account empties, they will try to make you responsible. They will hold up your name and point their finger, saying, "This is the one." They will accuse, they will trap, and the system will not show mercy. But listen to me. You are not defenseless. I would not bring you to this word if there was no way out. The enemy has written a script, but I hold the pen that rewrites destinies. You must act. Do not hesitate. Do not treat this casually. Two things are required of you now. My beloved, lean closer, for what I am about to reveal is not surface knowledge. It is deeper than papers, signatures, or legal documents. This account is not simply a bank account in the earthly sense. It is a spiritual vault, created to mimic your destiny, to counterfeit the flow of what I intended for you. Do you understand? From the moment you were born, I placed treasures under your name. Not just wealth in currency, but wealth in wisdom, relationships, opportunities, and breakthroughs. These treasures are rivers that flow in time, released as you walk in my will. But the adversary, jealous of your portion, built a shadow account. It runs parallel to the one I ordained, like a thief digging a tunnel to the vault of a house. This is why, last week, you sensed a draining in your life. You could not explain why your strength felt low, why your hope felt dim, why your energy seemed to leak away. It was not because you are weak, it was because your spiritual account was being tampered with. And yesterday, when the thought brushed across your mind that, something is wrong, but I cannot name it, that was not imagination. That was me, pressing your spirit, awakening your discernment. I was trying to bring you here, to this very moment, to this very message. Hear me, there are those who wear smiles but carry ledgers. They shake your hand but record your movements. They pretend to celebrate you, but in secret they are wiring away your portion. They use your name as a key, but it is a key they forged in darkness, not one I gave them. And now, every transfer, every silent debit is being funneled into places you would never choose. You ask, but how did I not see this before? It is because blindness covered your eyes, like a veil woven with distractions. They whispered lies to make you believe you had time. They told you to wait, to ignore the nudge, to dismiss the unease. Fear silenced your questions, because deep down you thought, if I do not ask, I will not be burdened. But silence gave them power. My child, their plan is not only to drain, but to accuse. When the account empties, when nothing remains, they want your name to be the one tied to debt, not theirs. They want the system of this world to look at you and say, you are the one responsible. They want shame to sit on your shoulders and blame to cover your face. But I, the Lord, say this to you, your name is not for ruin. I will not let the shadow account define you. I am exposing it now because time is short. If you act, you will sever their hold. If you rise, you will reclaim what is yours. If you pray, you will watch the counterfeit collapse. Do not be afraid. Do not tremble as if you are powerless. You hold authority because I dwell within you. Call upon my name, and light will break into the rooms where they keep the false ledgers. Angels will strike their wires and their networks. What they thought was hidden will be displayed in full view, and their hands will be empty. Child, listen, the truth is not meant to scare you, but to arm you. To awaken you. To position you. The funds of your life are not theirs. The destiny written for you is not transferable. What I have spoken over you cannot be stolen, only delayed. And now, I say, the delay is ending. Stand firm. Hold fast. For I am with you in this unveiling. My child, hear me clearly, this account did not appear overnight. It has been running quietly for a long time, like a stream flowing under the ground, invisible to the surface eye. And you ask, how could I not have noticed? How could I not have seen? The answer is this: fear blinded you. Distraction silenced you. Deception wrapped itself around your vision like a fog that dulled the alarms in your spirit. Let me take you back. There were moments, years ago, even months ago, when I tried to warn you. Do you remember those times when you felt uneasy signing something, or when you hesitated before trusting a voice that appeared friendly? Do you recall how last week you felt a heavy shadow, but then convinced yourself you were only tired? That was not tiredness. That was the veil of distraction pulling you away from what your spirit already knew. Fear played its role well. It whispered lies, if you ask too many questions, you'll look foolish. If you check too closely, you'll appear paranoid. If you confront, you'll lose their approval. And so, in silence, you turned your eyes away. Distraction came next. It used busyness as its weapon. You were overwhelmed with daily tasks, weighed down by sudden emergencies, consumed with the demands of survival. And while your hands were full, the draining continued. While you were busy, someone was busy against you. Then deception sealed the trap. It cloaked itself in trust. Smiles covered hidden motives. Promises were spoken, but they were only bait. You believed the words because you wanted to believe the best. You assumed innocence because you hoped for peace. But while your heart leaned toward mercy, their hands leaned toward theft. This is why you did not see it before. This is why the shadow account grew strong. Because they counted on you being distracted. They counted on you being afraid of conflict. They counted on you being too weary to investigate. And for a time, it worked. But now I am removing the veil. Now I am shining light on the hidden corridors where they work. Now you cannot say, I did not know. For I, the Lord, have spoken and revealed it plainly to you. Child, I tell you this with tenderness, do not blame yourself for not seeing sooner. It was not weakness. It was not foolishness. It was war. And wars are fought in layers. You stood strong in other battles, but this battle was buried, unseen. That is why I step in now, because you were never meant to carry this burden alone. Do not let shame rise in you. Shame is another weapon of the enemy. They want you to bow your head and say, I should have known. But I say to you, lift your head. For the fact that you are hearing this message means the fog has lifted. The deception has failed. Even today, this very morning, I cut through the blindness that covered your eyes. I tear down the fear that chained your voice. I silence the distractions that consumed your strength. You see now because I have opened your eyes. You hear now because I have tuned your ears. The account was hidden. But the account is exposed. And exposure means their plan is broken. Do you feel the shift in your spirit even as you read these words? That heaviness beginning to lift? That sense of clarity returning? That is not coincidence, it is proof. The fog is clearing. The grip is loosening. The truth is setting you free. You could not see it before, but now you do. And once you see, you cannot unsee. Once you know, you cannot unknow. And once revealed, you cannot return to blindness. Now the choice stands before you. My child, I must speak with gravity now, for the truth is not light, and the consequences are not small. If you choose to ignore this word, if you shrug and turn away, the shadow account will not remain silent. It will roar. Do you understand what happens if you delay? Every transfer that continues unchecked strengthens their hold. Every moment you dismiss as just a feeling deepens their access. And soon, what was once hidden in darkness will be brought into the open, but not in the way you would wish. They will not come announcing their guilt. No. They will come pointing at you. They will hold the false records, the forged signatures, the silent wires, and they will say, look, this name is tied to the account. This name is responsible. Your name. Imagine the crushing weight of standing accused for something you never truly touched. Imagine the shame of people around you whispering, but the account was under their name. Imagine doors of opportunity slamming shut because your reputation has been tainted. Do not think this is only about money. Money is merely the bait. The real target is your identity, your credibility, your future. If this is ignored, they will not only drain resources, they will attempt to drain your honor. They will attempt to write you into their story of theft. The system of this world is merciless, child. It does not pause to ask, what is the truth? It moves quickly, demanding names, demanding someone to blame. And if you remain silent, if you fail to rise, your name is the one that will be placed on trial. Do you not recall how just yesterday you felt the unease in your chest, the heaviness that told you something was wrong? That was me urging you, because if you let this pass, the unease will not remain as a whisper, it will become a storm. And storms do not ask for permission. They arrive suddenly. They tear down. They scatter. If you ignore this, doors that were meant to open for you will close. Friendships meant to stand with you will hesitate. Opportunities one placed before you will pause, not because they are withdrawn from heaven, but because the earthly systems will question your name. I say this not to frighten you, but to awaken you. The consequence of inaction is loss, not only financial loss, but the loss of trust, the loss of peace, the loss of time. Yet there is something far heavier. If ignored, this account will begin to drain not only what you have now, but also what you were meant to inherit. Blessings appointed for your future, relationships, promotions, breakthroughs, will be delayed, siphoned, tangled in webs you never wove. My child, this is why I cry out, do not ignore this, do not bury your head in the sand and hope it will pass. For shadows do not disappear on their own, they must be confronted with light. You stand at the edge of a choice, act, and reclaim your authority, or ignore, and watch as the shadow consumes what was meant to be yours. But hear me, even this warning is proof of my mercy. I did not leave you blind. I did not leave you unaware. I am showing you the consequence so that you may choose life, not loss. Do not delay. The hour is late. The transfers are moving. But if you act, if you stand, if you cry out, I will reverse it. If you remain still, I cannot force you. Child, your choice will shape your tomorrow. My child, the time for silence has ended. You cannot remain still, for stillness now is surrender. The shadow account grows by inactivity, but it collapses when you move, when you speak, when you take the steps I set before you. Listen carefully, for I will not complicate this. I will not burden you with endless demands. 2 actions are required of you now. They are simple, but they are weighty. Not tomorrow. Not next week. Tonight, when the sun goes down and the noise of the day quiets, I want you to close the door and lift your voice to me. Do not whisper half-hearted words, declare with authority. Cover your name in the blood of my covenant. Speak aloud that every counterfeit account tied to your identity is null and void. Say it plainly, no shadow account shall hold my name. No counterfeit transfer shall drain my portion. I bind every hand that seeks to steal, and I release my identity back into the hands of heaven. Do not think prayer is weak. Prayer is the courtroom of the Spirit. When you pray, angels are dispatched. Ledgers are overturned. Records written in darkness are burned in fire. Tonight, as you pray, chains will snap in realms you cannot see. Hashtag 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 second, break the silence. Tell someone you trust what has been revealed. Speak it aloud, even if your voice trembles. Say, asterisk, I have been warned. Something is being drained under my name. I will not be silent about it. Asterisk. When you break silence, you shatter fear. When you confess, you remove the enemy's leverage. For shadows thrive in secrecy, but once the light of words exposes them, they begin to lose power. This is why the enemy wanted you quiet. This is why fear whispered, keep it to yourself. But now I say, no more silence. Your voice is a weapon. Use it. Do these two things, child, pray and break silence, and you will see movement. Do not underestimate their power. You ask, but Father, what about practical steps? What about the systems of men? And I tell you this, once you secure the spiritual, I will guide you in the physical. You will know who to call. You will know what to check. You will know what papers to look at, what questions to ask. Do not worry about the sequence, I will lead you step by step. But hear me, if you run first to earthly systems without covering your spirit, you will grow weary. For earthly systems can delay, deny, or deceive. But once the spiritual is set in order, heaven will align the earthly in your favor. I am not asking for 100 steps. I am not placing a heavy yoke on your back. 2 things only, prayer tonight, and voice tomorrow. Pray, and break silence. Do not underestimate the urgency. Last week, you felt the tremor. Yesterday, you sensed the shadow. This morning, you awoke heavy. But tonight, you can shift it. Tonight, you can declare your freedom. You are not helpless. You are not cornered. You are not powerless. For I, the Lord, have armed you with authority. And when you move, heaven moves with you. Take the step, child. Act quickly. Do not delay. My beloved child, I do not reveal danger to leave you trembling in fear. I do not uncover the schemes of the enemy so that you collapse under the weight of dread. No, I reveal so that you may rise. I warn so that you may act. I uncover so that you may walk free. Hear me clearly, you are not alone in this. Even as you read these words, even as your heart races and your mind wonders, what will happen to me? I am already surrounding you. My angels are not distant. They stand by your side. They guard the gates of your name, and they will not allow the enemy's plan to reach its full end. Child, I remind you, you are mine. Your identity was sealed in heaven long before it was ever written on papers of this earth. Do not be afraid of what man writes, do not tremble at forged signatures or stolen ledgers. For though men may try to bind your name to corruption, I have already bound your name to glory. Yes, they have opened an account in your name. Yes, funds have been moving in secret. Yes, transfers have been made without your knowledge. But greater than these earthly transfers is the transfer I make now, I transfer peace into your heart. I transfer clarity into your mind. I transfer strength into your spirit. Do you not see? Even the fact that you are here, in this moment, receiving this word, is proof of my divine protection. Many do not hear when I warn. Many ignore the nudges, dismiss the signs, and only wake when it is too late. But not you. I drew you here. I placed this message in your path because I could not bear to see you trapped. I have not left you. I will never leave you. And the hands that tried to steal will be forced to return empty. Do not fear the system of this world. They may accuse, but their accusations will scatter like dust in the wind. They may point at you, but their fingers will wither with shame when the truth is revealed. They may say, "This name is guilty," but I will thunder from heaven, "This child is mine." Rest in this, beloved, what they meant for evil, I will turn for your good. What they plotted in darkness, I will use as a stage for your vindication. What they forged in secret, I will use to showcase my light. You ask, "But how will I endure this?" And I say, "By my strength, not yours." When you feel weary, lean on me. When fear whispers, call on me. When shadows threaten, speak my word. For I am your shield, your fortress, your defender. Do not let the enemy's lies convince you that it is too late. It is not too late. If it were, you would not be reading this. I would not be speaking. The very fact that this message has reached you means the window of redemption is still open. Child, breathe. Take courage. For though the account is false, your inheritance is true. Though their transfers are corrupt, my transfer is eternal. Though their scheme was designed to strip you, I have prepared to clothe you in honor. You will not end in shame. You will not end in loss. You will not end in ruin. For I am with you, and I will not allow your name to be buried in lies. Rest in me tonight. Stand in me tomorrow. Walk in me always. And you will see the salvation of the Lord. My child, I have spoken, I have warned, and I have comforted you. Now the time has come for you to choose. For there is no middle ground. To delay is to decide. To ignore is to surrender. And to act is to live. Two paths now stand before you. If you listen, if you pray tonight as I have commanded, if you lift your voice and cover your name in my light, the shadow will break. The counterfeit account will collapse. The very ones who forged it will be caught in their own net. Your name will shine brighter than before. People will see you accused, but they will also see you vindicated. They will whisper doubt, but then they will witness truth. And through your testimony, others will learn that I defend my children. If you obey, you will not only protect what you have now, you will secure what is coming. Blessings appointed for your future will flow unhindered. Doors of opportunity will open without delay. And the peace you lost in the past weeks will return in full strength. Obedience will make you strong. Obedience will guard your house. Obedience will turn this trial into a platform for my glory. But if you turn away, if you silence the voice within, if you say, "Perhaps another time," then the shadow will not wait. It will continue to drain. Quietly. Relentlessly. And when the account runs empty, the noise will begin. The accusations will rise. You will find yourself saying, "But I did nothing wrong." Yet the system will not pause to listen. The record will bear your name. Delay will not protect you. Silence will not shield you. Hoping it will disappear will not make it vanish. The shadow account was designed to thrive in neglect, to grow in delay, to strengthen when ignored. And worse, if you delay, you may begin to doubt your own discernment. Fear will say, "Maybe it was nothing. Maybe you imagined it." And while you hesitate, they will tighten their grip. Child, do not walk the path of delay. It ends in ruin, in shame, in unnecessary suffering. So you stand at a crossroad. On one side, obedience and life. On the other, delay and loss. Do not think this choice is small. It is weightier than you know. Your future is tied to it. Your peace is tied to it. Your destiny is tied to it. But I say this with love, I will not force you. I have given you free will, and I honor it. I will not drag you into obedience. I will only show you the path. The step must be yours. This is why I speak so urgently. This is why I remind you of what you felt last week, yesterday, this morning. I am aligning the signs so you cannot mistake them. You asked for clarity. Now clarity is here. Choose life, child. Choose obedience. Choose to rise tonight, to pray, to speak, to act. And when you do, you will feel the chains fall. You will sense the shadow shatter. And you will know that heaven has moved on your behalf. The choice is yours. But my arms are open. My strength is ready. My protection is sure. My child, you have heard the interruption, you have seen the truth revealed, you have felt the weight of consequence, and you have been given a path to act. Now I seal this word with a promise. Listen, this bank account running under your name is not greater than my authority. It was crafted in shadows, but I am the God who sees all things. It was designed to strip you, but I am the Father who restores. It was meant to ruin you, but I turn ruin into redemption. Do not think you are fighting alone. Even now, angels are standing at the edges of your name, guarding the borders of your destiny. They have drawn their swords, and they are watching the counterfeit crumble. Every transfer made in secret will dry up. Every false record will be erased. Every scheme will backfire. You may feel weary, but hear me, strength is coming. You may feel surrounded, but know this, you are surrounded by light, not by darkness. Last week, you felt the tremor. Yesterday, you sensed the weight. This morning, you awoke in heaviness. But tonight, yes, tonight, as you act, you will feel the release. The heaviness will lift. The fog will break. And you will know that I, the Lord, have kept you. This is my promise, your name will not be buried. Your name will not be smeared. Your name will not be stolen. I will guard it as my own. For you are mine, and no counterfeit can undo what I have spoken. Child, I tell you this, the very hands that tried to drain you will tremble. They will watch as their plan collapses. They will know that it was not by your strength but by my hand that you were delivered. And the testimony will not only free you, it will awaken others. For when you share what I have done, others trapped in shadow will find light. So walk boldly. Pray tonight. Break your silence. And then, rest. For once you have acted, once you have spoken, the battle will shift from your shoulders to mine. And I do not lose battles. Lift your head. Breathe again. Smile again. For the storm they planned will dissolve, and the inheritance I wrote under your name will stand untouched. You are safe in me. You are secure in me. You are seen by me.